All right, what's up, guys? So I'm going to use this video to talk about my van. I want to talk about the experience I had with my mechanical failure, the repair, the warranty, all that stuff, and getting it back. Not having it and getting it back. So break that down. So I am doing a moving job today. This moving job is made possible by another driver in my market. He's not able to do it, so he recommended me. I got the lead. I reached out to the customer. The customer agreed to my price, and I'm going to do the job. So this was made possible by networking. I told you guys, stop working against the people in your market. Why don't you work with them? Work together, and you guys can help each other out. So I know I need help. My wife, there's a lot of jobs, my wife, is too strenuous. So it's good to know other drivers in your market. Link up with them. Find you a Ross Nail out there. They're out there. You just got to link up with them, talk to them, get their number, and work together. That is a game changer for me. So anyways, appreciate that driver. Thank you for this lead. So I'm gonna knock this job out real quick. I'm not gonna show a lot of it because that's not what this video is about. I am moving 2 beds, breaking down a king and a queen, moving 2 dressers, and a washer and a dryer. That's it, 6 items. Driving 11 miles to another house. I don't know the size of the king bed. It might be pretty big, so I might have to make 2 trips, but I don't mind. It's a 3-hour rate, so it's not gonna take 3 hours to do this job. If I have to make 2 trips, that's fine. So anyways, I'm gonna knock that job out and I'm gonna get into this vehicle. Why this vehicle is so valuable and everything about it, that whole experience. All right, guys, I'm almost to the customer's house. It's gonna be a single-story house, no stairs, going to, I believe, a 2-story house, but no stairs at both locations. So should be a pretty quick, easy job. So my wife is helping me on this job. Actually, I'm having my wife meet me. She's carrying some of my my equipment because obviously the more equipment you have in here, the less space you have. So to maximize my space, since my wife's helping me anyways, she's driving her separately. So I did include that in the price. So anyway, that's just a strategy I use to maximize my van capacity. So we'll try to take everything in one load, but if we can't, to minimize damage, all that stuff, we'll just make 2 trips. Not a big deal. All right, so the washer and dryer, disconnect. This bed's queen. This dresser. And this is an adjustable bed, but I got my panel cart. And this dresser, and that's it. All right, let's get to work. All right, y'all, all loaded up, and we were able to fit everything except for a big dresser like this. So we could technically fit it. We would have to stack some stuff, but it's not worth it. I'm just gonna come back, get the big dresser, and then we're gonna add a desk. He's gonna pay extra for a desk you wanna add. So I'm just driving 11 miles, and yeah, we got everything nice and neat in here. So I'm gonna throw a blanket on top of this, and we're good to go. We'll drop this stuff off and come right back. All right, guys, just finished unloading at the new house. That house is beautiful. Beautiful home. I took a little video of it. I didn't record it inside, but beautiful home. I think it's at least a 5-bedroom, single story. Very nice. Anyways, we unloaded everything. We're headed back. The customer just gave me their garage door opener to get in the house. They didn't go back with me. So we're gonna pick up the dresser that didn't fit, and he added a desk, which he already took apart. He took it apart for us. So that's it. So that's an add-on. He's gonna pay extra for that. And it looks like I'll probably go a little over 3 hours. So I'm not gonna charge him a lot more, but he's gonna pay a little more. So anyway, I'll let you know how much I get paid once I'm done, and then once we unload, I'm gonna send my wife off. I don't need her, and I'm gonna put the bed back together, both beds, and hook up the washer and dryer, and then that'll be it. All right, guys, loaded up. Just got a dresser, the big dresser, and this is how I loaded it with my heavy duty dolly. It comes in handy, and use my ramp to load it up. So and then it's a desk, and that's it. The customer had already took the desk apart. So I'm not gonna show it. I'm just gonna drop this off and then get into what the video is about. So I'll let you know how much I made on this job. But like I said, once I finish, unloading. I'm just gonna put everything together and then send the wife off, and I'll probably be there another 30 minutes. All right, man, all done. That job took a little over 4 hours, only because we did have to go back and forth. So anyways, I'm just showing y'all some pictures of everything I did. I put the bed back together. The queen bed took a while because it had a lot of slats. You had to screw in each one. So put the queen bed together, put the king bed back together, Tempur-Pedic, adjustable king bed, and then the washer and dryer, got that connected. It was only 6 items, but it took a while. Loading takes the longest. You gotta, wrapping everything up, taking the beds apart, disconnecting the washer dryer, all that stuff. That takes time. So anyways, well worth it. The total that I made, this customer gave me, I charged him $350. It was $325. I charged $350. I added extra $25 for the desk that we picked up. He gave me $400. So I made $400 in 4 hours, one day. That's like 4 days of pay out here. So anyways, great day. About to head home, one and done. And I'm actually going to talk about this vehicle tomorrow. So I have expedite order to do and my dealer's route. So I'm used tomorrow to talk about this van. All right, guys, so this is the very next day. I just finished a $400 moving job, a little tired, so I took it easy today. So I just did my dealer's route, 2 stops, and then a expedite order that paid $55, very easy, 2-mile route. And then I took my wife to Papa Do. Papa Do is a seafood restaurant. I think it's only in like 8 states or something like that. It originated in Houston, and very expensive seafood restaurant. I was in a really good mood. We had a really great week, and I'm just celebrating kind of getting this van back. So I took my wife there, and we spent quite a bit of money, but very good food out there. So anyways, that's what I did today. I'm back home, and I just want to kind of highlight just how important and valuable this vehicle is. So basically, you guys know my van went down right in the middle of my furniture delivery contract, where I'm tasked with delivering for a furniture store that's going out of business. Everything must go. All the floor models, everything must go. Not 1 store, but 2 stores. I cannot do that by myself. I need help, right? So thankfully, I have a network of guys and gals that I met prior to this, and we kind of have a good work relationship. So I kind of dished out a lot of jobs to them that I couldn't do, but I was giving myself a lot of jobs, right? So I was making a ton of money, probably averaging about $1,500 a week just with the furniture deliveries alone. And then still dishing out jobs to other people. So kind of toward the end of that, my van went down. I felt issues. I kind of explained that already. Ended up taking it to the shop. Long story short, transmission went out, needed to get replaced. It took 15 days because the third-party warranty company was dragging their feet. They did not want to cover it, even though it's covered. And after a long battle, got them to pay for it, $10,000. I only paid $625 out of pocket, and I got my van back. So I'm not gonna go into great detail about this because I'm gonna talk about my furniture contract, and it has to do a lot with this vehicle. But I will say this: when I did not have my van, I got a taste of what it's like without not having it. Like, I have an SUV, right? I bought my wife an SUV. That's a large vehicle, but it's not a cargo van. I got a taste of what it's like to not have this van. And I'm telling you, my profits went down. Is there work out there? Yes. Are there jobs that I could do where I make $70, $80 per load? No, not really. As a helper, being a helper is cool, but it's nothing like having this van. So most jobs, I did a couple jobs with Rossnell. Rossnell's gonna make over $100 on most jobs. As a helper, I'm gonna make around $40, maybe $50, depending on what we're doing. So you're always, as a driver, as a owner operator of a cargo van, you're always gonna make more than a helper, always. So I got a taste of what it's like, and I'm telling you right now, once I got my van back, I did a couple jobs. I showed you guys a couple videos, and I literally was making over $300 just off like 2 or 3 jobs a day. And that's nothing like what I was making without the van, right? Well, even giving myself jobs as a helper, it takes a long time to make it to like $300, $350. I'd have to do like 8 jobs to like make that much. So it was incredible, man. And I just realized how valuable this van is. It's not just the fact that you have this van, but it's the fact that, for me, I'm just speaking for me, it's paid off. I can put a lot of stuff in here. So I could do deliveries, but I can also do moving jobs. I just did a moving job. I spent 4 hours of my time doing a moving job, and not a lot of items. I filled the van up. I did have to make 2 trips, but I made $400. I'm trying to let you understand where I'm coming from. So I said this before, and it's probably the last time I'm gonna say this, but I worked as a delivery driver, okay, for a regular company. They paid me $15 an hour, okay, delivering appliances, $15 an hour. So I'm thinking to myself, if I did a 4-hour job and the company's paying me $15 an hour, that's $60. I would have made $60 for that job. So here's the thing, and I'm kind of in with this because I don't want to harp on this. I don't want to spend a lot of time trying to prove myself. I'm just telling you this how I feel. There was a couple days ago, I did a catering order. I went to a pizza place, and I'm not gonna say the name of it. I went to a pizza place, and while I was in there, the manager was like, you know, we'll be right out with your food. But then there was a guy that walked in, and he had a suit on, and it was very evident that he was there to apply for a job. And so he was sitting next to me, and I didn't talk to him because I didn't want to make him nervous. But I just kind of was looking at the situation, and the manager was like, you know, we'll be right with you in a minute for your interview, whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, as I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm about to do a catering order that's paying like $70. It's gonna take me less than 30 minutes. I'm gonna make $70 in like 30 minutes. All because I'm on this platform and I have a large vehicle, right? I get large orders because of my vehicle. So I'm thinking to myself, and I'm looking at him, and more than likely he's probably gonna be, I don't know, a cook, a waiter, I don't know what he's gonna do, but more than likely he's gonna make probably around $15, $16, $17 an hour. Typically that's kind of like the average starting wages for a job like that. And I'm looking at the situation, I'm like, he has to dress up to impress. He has to sit in front of this guy, this manager, and pretty much prove that he can do the job, that he's qualified, that he's the person for the job. He's competing with a bunch of other people, I'm sure. Maybe, I don't know if he is or not. And he has to sit there and try to impress this manager and convince him to hire him to do this job. And this company that he's trying to get work for is gonna pay him $15, $16, $17 an hour. And I'm just thinking to myself, this is why I will never go back to the 9 to 5. It's ridiculous that you have to go through all that just to prove yourself, right? Just to prove that you can get this low paying job and, you know, take 8-10 hours of your day for this company that pays you crumbs, when in my situation, I don't have a boss. I don't have anyone that I have to sit in front of and convince that, can you hire me for this job? There's no one. There's no one that tells me what time I need to be at work or what time I need to get off. There's no one that signs my time off slip, right? I'm requesting time off, and I have to go through a manager, and he has to approve it. And if he can not approve it, and I won't get that time off. Like, I don't have none of that. And that's the part that is addictive. That's the part that once you see it, you can't unsee it. I will never, ever go back to that. I can't do it because I proved to myself that I can take care of myself. I can get a job, right? I got the vehicle. I know how to get work, right? I'm not afraid to get out there and find work for myself. And the benefits of that, the amount of money that I'm making compared to that guy that's gonna make $16 an hour, working 8 hours a day for a company that has total control of his time, I'm making triple what he's making in like 3 hours. That's the part that I try to get people to understand. Can I make more money? Yes, I told you guys that. I can make way more money than I make, but I make so much more money than I need to that there's no reason for me to work 8 hours a day. I can make what I need in 3 hours, literally 3 hours, and be done for the day. That's the part I don't even know how to explain it. This vehicle does that for me. That's what this vehicle does for me. Without this vehicle, I don't have a way to make that type of money that quickly, okay? So that's my point. This vehicle is valuable. I need it. I need to take care of it. I need it on the road. I need it to make money. And it has freed me from the slavery of 9 to 5, freed me from bosses, freed me from any type of management that controls my time. I choose what jobs I do. I choose how much I want to make. In most cases, not all of them. Most gig apps you can't, but I mean, the freedom that I have because of this vehicle, it's unmatched. And I just, like I said, when I saw that guy, I felt bad for him because he's missing out on being self-reliant and self-sufficient, not having to rely on this company that you're pretty much begging them to hire you, right? And then if they don't hire him, guess what? He got to keep looking. He got to go find some other company to work for. And it might be a company he really don't want to work for. I'm not doing that no more. I'm done with that lifestyle. I proved to myself I could work for myself. I could be my own boss and I could be successful. So anyways, I don't want to be too long. I'm already at 10 minutes. I could go on and on, but I hope you guys get my point. I'm just very grateful that I was able to get this vehicle out, and I'm gonna end with this. I witnessed, well, I didn't witness it, but I approached an accident that had just occurred as I was going home. This was a couple days ago, and I recorded a little bit of it, and it happened to be a cargo van that was T-boned in the intersection. And this is the part that, like, oh man, I can't even put into words why God is such a part of my business, but there are things that can take you out, okay? Take you out physically, like you completely, like death. But there's things that could take out your vehicle. There's things that can happen. So whether it's a mechanical failure or an accident that you have no control of, you could be on the green light, everything's good, and somebody could hit you and total your vehicle. I've seen it. I've seen YouTube channels where someone got their vehicle totaled. I haven't seen them since. There's someone in my market that was T-boned, van total loss. There's a lot of things that happen, and a lot of people can't make it out. Something big happens. In my situation, $10,000. If the third-party warranty company refused to pay it, I would have had to pay $10,000. Now, I want you to think, if that happened to you right now, this very second, especially if you just started your business, if your van went down and it cost $10,000 to fix it, to get it back on the road, can you pay that? Do you have that money? Are you going to use your credit card, or do you actually have the money? Or is the money going to hurt you? Is it going to hurt to pay for that? Do you have to take a second mortgage out? Like, what do you have to do to keep your business afloat? I want you to think about that, because this is going to happen to you guys. I've seen it. I literally watched at least 2 YouTube channels where the vehicle was taken out completely, and the person couldn't afford to fix it, or I don't know what happened. Haven't seen them since. So this is the thing. This is why I'm so grateful, because I prepared myself, and that's why I share this information with you, so you could be prepared. I was prepared for something like this. I already have the money. I have the money, more than $10,000 ready to go for this situation. So there's no stress. And someone said that on my channel. Someone talked about like not having stress, right? This could absolutely stress someone out. If you got T-boned and your van got totaled, what is your emotions gonna be? Are you gonna be like, it's over, I don't know what I'm gonna do? Because there's nothing that scares me out here. I'm prepared for whatever happens. And so my ultimate goal is to keep this van on the road, but that obstacle absolutely could have took me out. It could have absolutely ended my business. If I did not have the plans, if I didn't have that warranty, or if that warranty didn't pay, and I didn't have the money to pay to get my van out the shop, I've seen it before. My brother went through that. My brother had a box truck. He had a moving company, had a box truck that went down. He couldn't afford to get it out. So I am grateful that I was able to deal with that situation in the most stressful time. I'm in the middle of a contract to do a lot of furniture deliveries every day, and I don't even have a van, and I still was able to get it done. Thankfully to the people that I know, that I network with, that God put in my life. They helped me, and I was able to do that, and I was able to make it through not having my van and be able to have no stress about getting it back. I knew regardless whether they paid for it or not, I'm gonna get it out because I have the money. I'm gonna pay for it and I'm gonna get it out. I had a plan. And if I didn't feel it was worth paying for, I have money to get a new van. Like, that's the situation you wanna be in. You wanna be stress-free. You wanna be able to prepare yourself for everything. So that's the lesson that you learn here. This absolutely could have took somebody out. If somebody else was in my shoes that's not prepared, that $10,000 fee, right? They didn't have no warranty or anything like that. No money saved up. They would have lost their business. The business is over. Back to the 9 to 5. So that's what I'm saying. That cargo van that got hit, I don't know who that was. I don't know if that was an independent contractor. I don't know the company vehicle. I don't know, but that can take your business out if you're not prepared. So that's the whole point of this. I was prepared. I got my van out. I got my van back, and I realized how valuable this thing is. I absolutely love it. I will take every advantage I can to make as much as I can, and I'm so grateful that I was able to get it out and keep my business afloat. The business is not hurting, not one bit. Still going. So that's the lesson we learned here. All right. So anyway, that's it. I could talk all day. Y'all have a good one. I'll catch y'all on the next one.